Residents of the Siqalo informal settlement in Mitchell's Plain are demanding better service delivery. As we reported, they've attacked an ATM at a petrol station as well as a shop and a vehicle. eNCA's Athi Mtongana is reporting that story for Newsday. Athi, good afternoon to you. So bring us up to speed with what is happening now. Are things fairly tense, or is there more of a semblance of control?
A very good afternoon to you, Jeremy. We're coming to you live from Mitchell's Plain in Cape Town, and we're standing right now in front of a petrol station where inside of it is an ATM that was set alight as a result of a service delivery protest that was started by residents from Siqalo. I'm going to ask my colleague to move with me, if you don't mind, Jeremy, to show you that authorities are on standby. I can tell you this, Jeremy, that the situation right now is very tense. It has been volatile throughout the morning. Authorities, as you're seeing, police on standby, law enforcement officers are all on guard. Even a fire truck is here because we understand that, as a result of the protest, buildings have been targeted, vehicles have been set alight. I'm going to move now to the residents, Jeremy, who are saying to us that it might seem like a racial protest, but it is not a racial protest. They're saying to us that they, as a colored community, are tired of seeing, buildings targeted and roads being closed as a result of service delivery protests. Siqalo residents across there were saying to me earlier on, Jeremy, that they've been occupying that privately owned piece of land since 2012. And what they decided to do now, after years of waiting for services, they decided to take to the street and protest, demanding the provision of electricity and water, basic services that we know many informal settlements here in the country do not have. And right now, residents from Mitchell's Plain saying to me that fair enough that they are protesting on the other side, but it is at the expense of some of their buildings being targeted and disrupted, the means of production being disrupted this morning. They're saying to me that they weren't even able to go to work, Jeremy, this morning as a result of the protest action that unfolded in Siqalo. Thank you, sir, for speaking to us. You mentioned to me that this is in fact not a racial protest, as it seems, because reports were suggesting that it's colored residents pitted against the black residents. Tell South Africans who are not here in South Africa, in Western Cape rather, why and what is actually happening.
We, the people of Mitchell's Plain, are standing up against the failure of city management to deal with illegal squatter camps jumping up. And when we stand up for our constitutional rights, the right to freedom of movement, to go to work, to move about, that rights are violated. And if we stand up defending those very fundamental rights, we are being accused of racism. It is not only happening here, it's happening in government departments as well. Whenever we stand up for our rights, we're being accused of racism. No one of these people in the last 4 years have ever acted in a racist, discriminatory way, other than to stand up for their rights, their properties, and never did our people invade their space on the basis or grounds of racism or undesirables. We were tolerant for 4 years. The matters went to court, these people went with to court. If any decision was made in a court of law, that is between them, the city, and the court. Why must our people pay the price? Our people get written warnings for constantly being late, added cost to get to work. Their whole life is thrown around. While these people have comfort, if you look behind me, the truck was torched. This man's whole source of income was destroyed. A man that acted humanitarian to them at the expense of our people by looking after them, by giving them work, charity to them. And this is should we not say that is racist? It is not. So we in Mitchell's Plain might make it clear that we have been here for thousands of years enjoying our rights. We are indigenous to this area, we have a right here. We cannot go to where these people are being orchestrated to come to the Western Cape, to make demands Many of those people do have houses in the Eastern Cape, and I can prove it. They do have houses. They come here, make demands. Our people is on the waiting list for 20 to 30 years. Their names disappear off it. Again, machinations of this city management. And we are going to stand up for our rights. Our rights are based on constitutional rights, and our actions is based on our constitutional rights, the right to be here.
All right, thank you very much. A resident here from Mitchell's Plain, Jeremy, just thank you so much, sir, explaining to us why they are feeling the way that they're feeling. And in fact, it's very clear where they stand as residents of Mitchell's Plain, who are saying that they've been here for years, Jeremy. What I'm trying to do right now is to give you more visuals, Jeremy, of the scene around this area. As you can see, some people trying to clear the car, in fact, the truck that was set alight last night. That resident that just spoke to us saying that there was a veg stall here where a man was trying to make ends meet by selling vegetables here on the road. His livelihood has now been affected because, as you can see, it was affected when they tried to set this truck alight, as well as an ATM at that fuel station, which was also targeted and set alight. It remains to be seen whether authorities will come here, particularly politicians, because another thing that residents were saying is that this matter is also between the ANC and the DA for not coming here and, giving, an update or just even being able to address residents and trying to at least restore calm.